I think that the animal protection laws must be applied in universal, like in all the countries, because the animals are all over the world, not just in one country, and you have to take care of them. And I think that it's important they have like a home with their pets, or they live in their nature habitat, because like the developing of life must be in the right way, not like cutting them. Yeah.
That they take them out of their natural habitat.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you can really apply universal laws to animals, because you have different cultures and different traditions in all the different countries. But for example, I know personally that there are a lot of laws to protect animals in the countries. Actually, the UN, I think, has laws that protect animals, but it's still kind of difficult because
not everybody have like dangerous for animals, right?
Yeah, exactly. And also because of the industry that you have the tries on animals about experimentation with animals.
Yeah.
We eat food, and most of the times animals are like experimented with to make their meat thicker or something like that. And that's why I think it would be hard to have global laws, but we can still use common sense to. I mean, we live in a world with animals, so we wouldn't really have to mistreat them.
Yeah, because there's some animals in some cultures all over the world. They use like the skin of the animals to do the clothes. Like in Alaska, like the deer or deer skin for the cold.
For example, is China that eat everything that moves.
I know, that's kind of creepy.
So maybe we wouldn't talk about really laws that protect it, like laws about not killing animals, but laws about not animal cruelty, not being cruel with animals.
Yeah.
Well, in the circus, they usually, before they use the animals for making shows and all this stuff, and right now, because of the laws, they're like using, they're almost not using animals.
They're taking them away from the show.
But there's still some activities where they use animals like racing.
Crossback riding. Yeah. Or riding, yes.
Or riding cockfighting.
There's a lot of people who make an effort to protect the animals. Have you seen like photos in Facebook, like to protect the dogs, the cats, or the whales, yeah, or the
dolphins.
Yeah, in Alaska or something like that.
There are a lot of people who kill them for fun
and that's not. I think that's not fair, because would you like to somebody kill yourself for fun?
Yeah,
I don't think that's no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
kind of depressing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of abandoned dogs in the streets every day, and every day there's more.
I mean, it's supposed to be that humans are the rational.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Well, in France, I know that there's a lot of laws against the injuring to the animals, because in France it's so common to practice experiments with makeup and perfumes and all those things in animals. And after the makeup business experiment with the animals, they just leave them alone and homeless without anyone who can take care of them. And anyway, there's a lot of laws who people does not take any count, and they have to take them, because animals are like, they're not the same like humans, but they're also important. So they also feel, yeah, and that's it. You have to take care of them and follow the laws in France, of course, and yeah, that's it.
France has a lot of animal charity service, like the Animal Protection Society, that includes that animals who were abandoned can have a veterinary service, and for the people who can afford for a service, they can all have them free. This organization received about 700 complaints about animal cruelty.
What I know is that in France they follow the European laws that protect animals from farm and pets. These laws in general said that you cannot cause an animal any unnecessary injury, and no one is permitted to abandon an animal.
Well, actually, it's not that different from Mexico. I know that in Mexico we have a bunch of laws that protect animals, but I never see that it's really taken seriously. For example, what we were talking about, the fine and the years in prison, I think we have that in Mexico, we do, but there's not really someone checking that there's not cruelty in animals. It just happens, and for example, we have a lot of abandoned dogs in the streets and nobody does anything about it. Actually, in Mexico we have charities too, but I've never seen that they offer these services free to abandoned animals or to people who can afford it.